In this video, I'll be going over ICT's new high win rate trading strategy called the Venom Model, which he's been talking about on Twitter and has released a 40-minute long video on YouTube. Now, I'm going to be simplifying it to the best of my abilities, hopefully under 10 minutes. Let's get started. So the first thing you need to know to be able to trade this strategy is what a BPR is, which I'll be going over. So be sure to stay tuned till the end of the video, as I'll also be going over a live example on the gold charts. So the first thing you'll need to do is mark out the recent high and low of any sessions. So that can be before New York session, London session, etc. Once you've done that, you want to identify the BPR, which I'll be going over, and then it's simple from there. You simply enter off the BPR, stop loss at the high or the low, depending on whether you're taking a short position or a long position, and then you want to target a simple 1 to 2 or target the opposing liquidity. Now let's go over what a BPR is. So to put it in simple terms, BPR stands for balanced price range. Is pretty much a double fair value gap, and I'll show you just in a second why I call it a double fair value gap. So you can see one fair value gap right here, and then you can see our second fair value gap right there. That's why we call it a double fair value gap. So how would we take our entry based off a BPR? So this would be our BPR. So right here, you'd mark this out, and that's your BPR. And what price did was tap into this BPR before moving towards the upside. So how I would take this entry is long position, start of the BPR, stop loss below these lows, and obviously target opposing liquidity or a 1 to 2. So this would be a 1 to 2.4 risk to reward ratio. Now, just before we move on to the live example on the gold charts, I want to show you guys our AI trading bot, which has been performing like crazy this week. And even with all the news coming out, high impact news, Donald Trump's tariff, we've still been smashing it in the group. So you can see a 1.2k profit literally happened today with the bot, and that was on a 50k account. That's over 2% profit from Jacob. Another one of our clients the other day made $1,800 with the bot, with a few losses, $350 here and $172 here, you know, a few losses, but overall 1.8k profit for the day. You can see another profit from another one of our clients called Jay, $4,200 profits with minimal drawdown. He pretty much made 4% on his account, on a 100k account, losing, and the max drawdown was 2%, so he was risking 2%, and he ended the day with $4,000. If you are interested in getting access to the trading bot, message us below. I've left the link down. You can see there's countless results on our page. This bot can be used to pass FTMO accounts. As you guys can see, £2,500 payout from Thomas. And if you go into FTMO certificate, you can confirm that it's legit. So now I'll be moving over to the live example on gold. Right guys, we are now on the live example on gold, and I'm going to show you guys how to use this strategy. So the first thing we're going to do is mark out the recent high and low of the time frame or the session we're going to be trading. So this is my recent low, and this is my recent high. So what we can first of all see is this low right here being taken out by this wick. And we can also see a BPR. So you can see the first fair value gap right here, and the second fair value gap just above it right here. So that's pretty much confirmation that this is a BPR. So now let's mark out the BPR, which is right here. And what we're essentially waiting for is for price to tap into this BPR, and then we can take our entry. And as you guys can see, we've tapped into the BPR. So I'm going to put my long position at the start of the BPR, stop loss below these lows, and we're going to target a simple 1 to 2, although we can target opposing liquidity if you wish to, but obviously your win rate is much higher when you're targeting just a 1 to 2. So 1 to 2 set, let's see how this trade plays out. And as you guys can see, in about how many minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, about 35 to 40 minutes, and we hit take profit. And you can also see that you could have targeted opposing liquidity, which would have given you a 1 to 3.62 risk to reward. So the strategy does work. This is ICT's new Venom strategy. Be sure to give it a try and let me know what you think. This is completely new to me as well. I'll backtest it and I'll tell you guys the results as well. So yeah, if you like this video, leave it in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe. And once again guys, if you are interested in getting started with our AI trading bot, send us a message below. I pinned our Telegram. There's countless results of profits being made by our clients. So yeah, be sure to check us out.